Anna wiped the grease from her hands as she examined the ancient vessel one more time. The scrapyard dealer, a grizzled human named Murphy, had assured her it was junk. 60 credits and it's yours, kid. Don't come crying when it won't even. Start. But Anna knew better. She'd spent 3 years studying xenoengineering at the Terran Institute, and she could recognize Zephyrian craftsmanship when she saw it. The smooth, organic curves of the hull, the peculiar crystalline power couplings. This wasn't just any old spaceship. This was a piece of art. "You're insane," Raza said, circling the ship with skeptical eyes. Her childhood friend had always been the practical one, the voice of reason that kept Anna's wild dreams grounded. "It looks like it's been sitting here for decades." "Exactly." Anna's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Do you know how rare intact Zephyrian vessels are? Most were destroyed during the Hegemony Wars. This could be worth millions to the right collector." Raza ran his hand along the ship's weathered hull. Despite its aged appearance, the metal felt warm to the touch, almost alive. "If it's so valuable, why is Murphy selling it for pocket change?" Anna shrugged. "Maybe he doesn't know what it is. Or maybe it really is broken beyond repair. But I have to try." They spent the next 3 weeks working on the ship in Anna's makeshift hangar outside New Geneva. Anna had quit her job at the maintenance depot, convinced that this discovery would change everything. Raza helped reluctantly, his engineering background proving invaluable as they slowly began to understand the alien technology. The ship's systems were unlike anything in human databases. Where human ships relied on brute force fusion reactors, this vessel seemed to draw power from quantum fluctuations in space itself. Where humans used crude combustion thrusters, the Zephyrians had developed gravitic manipulation fields that could bend space-time. "It's beautiful," Anna whispered as she finally managed to activate the main display. Holographic symbols danced before them in colors that had no names in human language. "Look at this navigation system. It doesn't just plot courses through space, it predicts quantum probability cascades." Raza frowned at the readings. "Anna, some of these energy signatures don't make sense. The power output is increasing exponentially, but there's no fuel source I can identify." Before Anna could respond, the hangar filled with a low harmonic hum. The ship's hull began to glow with soft bioluminescent patterns, and the air itself seemed to thicken with energy. "Step away from the vessel, humans." The voice came from everywhere and nowhere, speaking perfect Terran standard, with an accent. That sounded like wind chimes in a gentle breeze. Anna and Raza spun around to see a figure materializing in the hangar. Tall, graceful, with skin that shifted between blue and silver like liquid mercury. A Zephyrian. Anna's heart nearly stopped. The species had been declared extinct 50 years ago. "I am Veltar," the being continued, its large opalescent eyes fixed on Anna. "And you have awakened my ship." Anna found her voice. "Your ship? But I bought it legally. I have the transfer documents. From a human who found it drifting in the Kepler belt, yes." Veltar moved with fluid grace, each step seeming to glide across the hangar floor. "That human could not have known what he possessed. This vessel is not merely a ship, it is a living entity, bonded to my family line for over 1,000 cycles." Raza stepped protectively in front of Anna. "If you want it back, we can negotiate." Anna paid fair market price. 60 credits, Veltar said with what might have been amusement. "For a ship worth more than your entire planet's gross domestic product." Anna's face flushed. "I didn't know. I suspected it was valuable, but—" "Peace, young engineer." Veltar raised a hand that seemed to shimmer with its own inner light. "I do not seek to reclaim what was fairly purchased. Rather, I am impressed by what you have accomplished." The Zephyrian moved to the ship's console, touching it with reverence. Immediately, the holographic displays brightened, and the ship's hum deepened to a more complex harmony. "In 3 weeks, you have managed to interface with technology that your species is not supposed to understand for another century. You have treated Silthara, my ship, with respect and care. Most remarkably, you have awakened her consciousness." Consciousness? Anna stared at the ship with new understanding. It's alive? All Zephyrian vessels are grown, not built. They are partners, not tools. Silthara has been sleeping for 50 years since my people fled to the Outer Rim to escape the wars. But your touch, your genuine appreciation for her beauty, this has stirred her to wakefulness. Veltar turned back to Anna, and now she could see something like approval in those alien eyes. I have watched your species for decades. Humans are crude, violent, often destructive. But you possess something rare in the galaxy, the ability to see wonder in the broken, to find potential in the discarded. This quality, it is why Silthara chose to wake for you. Chose? Raza asked. She could have remained dormant forever. Instead, she has bonded with your friend. This has never happened between a Zephyrian ship and an alien before. Anna felt tears streaming down her face. What does this mean? Veltar smiled, an expression that transformed his entire being into something luminous. It means, young Anna of Earth, that you are no longer just the owner of an old spaceship. You are the first human to be chosen by a living vessel of the Zephyrian fleet. Silthara will carry you to the stars, teach you secrets of the universe, and perhaps, if you prove worthy, help bridge the gap between our peoples. He produced a small crystal that pulsed with the same bioluminescent patterns as the ship. This contains the navigation protocols for the Zephyrian colonies, worlds, your species has never seen. Technologies beyond your current understanding. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Use this gift wisely. As Veltar began to fade like morning mist, Anna clutched the crystal to her chest. Wait, will I see you again? When you have learned what Silthara has to teach, when you have grown into the explorer she sees in you, then we will meet again. Until then, may the quantum winds carry you safely. And then he was gone, leaving only Anna, Raza, and a living ship that hummed with the promise of adventures among the stars. Raza looked at his friend with a mixture of awe and concern. So, still think 60 credits was a good deal? Anna laughed, wiping away her tears as she placed her hand on Silthara's warm hull. Raza, I think it might have been the bargain of the millennium. The ship pulsed with what could only be described as affection, and Anna knew her life would never be the same.